Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In yesterday's video, we talked about why Black Ops 7 could end up failing or failing more than it already has if Activision and Treyarch don't make some major changes. And judging by the comments, a lot of you agree too. There's some excitement around the game, but there's also a ton of frustration right now. So today, instead of just talking about problems, I want to focus on solutions. If Treyarch makes a few smart adjustments, I think Black Ops 7 could recover a little bit. So let's start off with cosmetics, because this one has been one of the biggest talking points recently, and I think it is one of the most important. With Black Ops 7 being a futuristic game, there's naturally more room for creativity when it comes to operator skins. And honestly, I don't think the skins themselves are the problem. I think a lot of players like having flashy operators and just over-the-top designs and over-the-top skins and just crazy skins, you know? The issue is choice. Right now, there's no way to control what kind of skins you see in your lobbies, and that's where my frustration comes in, and I think that's where a lot of other people's frustration comes in. Some players want that grounded, you know, military, tactical feel that matches the vibe of the game, especially with it being a Black Ops 2 sequel, while other players, they want their over-the-top animated, you know, crossover BS. And the solution is really simple to this. Just add a filter toggle. I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times from other creators, but these are my, you know, solutions to these problems. Let players choose between seeing all the skins. That way we only have to see the Black Ops 7, you know, cool futuristic skins that fit the theme of a Black Ops 2 sequel. I can't stress that enough. This is a Black Ops 2 sequel. You're going to ruin Black Ops 2's memory by adding all this BS in it. In this way, the people who want immersion, they can get it, and the people who like, you know, their customized weirdo stuff, they can keep it. It's a win-win scenario that keeps everyone happy, and it doesn't force Treyarch to abandon their monetization model. Yes, it ruins the free promotion or whatever from people seeing these skins, but also think about how many people are leaving your game and not even buying Black Ops 7 right now simply because of this. And also, if you have a problem with other people not being able to see your cringy skin, brother, that's on you. Like, you really need to either A, grow up and realize that you don't have to like show off with your goofy skin that you can only see your arms in. It's not that big of a deal. It's cringe. Now we need to talk about carry forward, and this is one of the most controversial decisions that I've seen for Black Ops 7. Not only for the skins, okay, we already covered that part, but starting in season 1, all of your Black Ops 6 content, and I'm talking your weapons, your operators, your skins, it'll all carry forward into Black Ops 7. And some people are happy about this, you know, like a few miniature amount of people are happy to keep this stuff. I really think it's a mistake. One of the best things about a new Call of Duty launch has always been that fresh start feeling. And while it doesn't start till season 1, I feel like that's also going to dilute the season 1 content as well. But the second that carry forward kicks in, we're back to all of BO6's trash. Suddenly players are running around with Black Ops 6 blueprints and skins, and Black Ops 7 loses that feeling of it being a futuristic, you know, gritty Black Ops 2 sequel, and it loses the feeling of it being its own game. And that's really where the DLC talks start to come in. On top of that, carry forward also makes balancing really hard. Black Ops 6 weapons were not designed for Black Ops 7, or maybe they were, but I feel like that just becomes a balancing nightmare. And at the end of the day, Black Ops 7 does not need carry forward. I think instead of having carry forward, I think you should just find a way to increase the amount of content for season 1 that actually feels tied to Black Ops 7, and not have all this leftover garbage from Black Ops 6, honestly. Now, this section is one of the most important sections along with carry forward: skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking isn't new. It's been in Call of Duty for literal years at this point, but in its current form, it's way too over-aggressive and exhausting for a lot of players, myself included. Every time you do well, the system throws you into a sweat fest, and suddenly every match feels like it's ranked play. For me, it kills the casual fun that Call of Duty used to be known for. And my solution to this is Treyarch needs to study Black Ops 2 and dial it back a little bit. Now, you may not believe this, or you might. Black Ops 2 did have some skill-based matchmaking. It wasn't nearly as strict. You could have mixed skill lobbies, and that made it really, really fluid and fun. It made more enjoyable matches because every match didn't feel the same. You know, I think we need to go back to that system. But I think skill-based matchmaking, even the bad players are getting pushed away from it just because the game feels the same over and over and over again. This is just my opinion, all right? It ruins the chances for, you know, friends to party up together, because my friends don't want to play with me. Some of my friends that are better than me, I don't even want to play with them. So we just don't play together. And Call of Duty is a community game, and skill-based matchmaking destroys that. Another fix that the community has been begging for is to stop the disbanding lobbies, brother. They are so bad. You know, from what we've seen, Black Ops 7 is still going to have this. I mean, this hasn't changed for years at this point, but right now every match ends with the lobby resetting. You get all new people. It sounds like a really small deal, but I think it's a big deal. Older Call of Duty games thrived on persistent lobbies. If you had a great match, you could stay in that lobby. you could run it back. If you developed a rivalry with another player, you could settle it the next round. That sense of community and connection is completely missing in today's Call of Duty. And I think Treyarch, this would be the perfect opportunity to announce that you're going to have non-disbanding lobbies, that you're going to have these persistent lobbies. If a bad player is playing bad, guess what they can do? They can back out and find a new game that they might do better in. If you don't want to stay in that lobby, guess what? You can leave. If you want to stay in that lobby, you can play with those people over and over and over again on new maps, new modes. You can develop rivalries, make friends all along the way. So this section is a little bit more touchy-feely with some people. For me personally, I don't give a shit. I really hate it, honestly. Finally, we're talking about voice chat moderation here. Activision wants to reduce the toxicity and the harassment, but the current system is way too heavy-handed. Players are getting muted or suspended for saying things that don't even break the rules. And honestly, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it really does suck the personality out of the game. Call of Duty has always thrived on banter and that competitive energy. Even if you're a bad player, you still want to talk shit, you know? Of course, there should be tools to deal with real harassment, like the mute button that's already there, honestly. But the system we have right now, it over policies conversation and it ruins that classic hot atmosphere. I'm not saying, once again, that I want racism, sexism, all this bad stuff in the game. But back in the day, we used to deal with that shit ourselves. If somebody didn't like what you were saying, you just muted them. That's the end of it. So instead of over moderating, Activision should give players more control. Let's say if somebody is saying something racist, a little pop-up should appear that says mute this guy. Like, it automatically lets the player know, okay, this guy has been known for saying racist stuff. If I don't want to hear it, I'm just going to mute him and move on to the next one. Or you should have an option to at least turn on people that have been muted. That way, you know, we can talk shit to those guys. So let's say there's 3 people in the lobby that are known for talking shit. They're already muted. Well, there should be a setting in the voice chat section of the settings that I can turn those people on. So I can disable or enable muted people. If I want to hear these people, I should have that option. So while yesterday's video focused on why Black Ops 7 is getting so much backlash, today I wanted to focus on solutions. I know some of you might have already written off Black Ops 7. I kind of did too in the back of my mind. But honestly, if they came out and addressed these issues that I'm talking about here, my ears might perk up a little bit. I'm still not going to be very happy with Black Ops 7 because I'm going to be honest, I just don't like the current feeling of Call of Duty as a whole. I don't like the wall jumps. I just wanted a more classic feeling Call of Duty, and it doesn't really sound like we're going to get that this year. But honestly, if some of these issues were addressed, maybe I wouldn't be as pissed off. I'm still going to play a ton of Battlefield 6, so I'm not going to lie. And if these issues are not addressed, Battlefield 6 is probably going to be my main game other than older Call of Duties, obviously. But yeah, I want to hear from you. Would these fixes be enough to at least bring you back to BO7, or at least be enough to have you check out Black Ops 7? But yeah, leave a comment down below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more Call of Duty stuff. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.